Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here for a new mod map tour of Starowies. I'm probably saying that a little wrong, but I tried a little bit here. I did look it up on Google Translate for once, but it says, welcome to Starowies, a small Polish map created for smaller machines. And actually, before I read the rest of that, this is by Greeniak and Fevry, and it's 254.26 megabytes to download for all platforms. But anyhow, continuing on the description, it says the map contains 92 fields, 114 areas, a biogas plant, sawmill, a few sale points, a few production points, a new crop, alfalfa, new bunker silos adapted for alfalfa, 2 areas to build, a house to build, a starting farm which can be sold in its entirety, a forester's house to buy along with the area, a new greenhouse with blueberry production which can be processed into many products. The aforementioned greenhouse can be bought in the store and placed anywhere. A new item for production in the bakery, cream cakes. There's traffic, a few forest areas, not a new forest areas, missions with transporting wood, destroying stones, and removing dry trees, various terrain features, details in autumn and winter, for example, snowmen and leaf mounds, new collectibles, and many more. Have fun. So there we go. Sorry, I feel like I'm getting worse at reading as time goes by. It's not good. But anyhow, let's take a look at this real quick. This is findyour.farm. It's linked down below in the description. It is a website by Yoast Modding and Oxy Gaming. Basically, it shows you kind of the real-life world locations of any of the farms that are out in the world. Some of them are like in the middle of the ocean, like this one, which is Calmlands because it doesn't really exist. So Yoast talked about making a fantasy island, but I think is a great idea. But a couple ways you can kind of use this program. You can be like, you know what? I am from, I don't know, Germany, or I want to play on a map in Germany. So you can come down here, take a look at Germany, and you can look at like what sorts of maps are in Germany. It shows you if they're PC, Mac only, how big they are, everything like that. Gives you a lot of good information, and it'll link you to usually my map tour if I have a map tour done on that map. So yeah, pretty cool website, but make sure you guys check it out if you'd like to. But let's go back to the game. So on our little tour here, this is the map. It's quite a nice little map, kind of a nice little cozy map, to be honest. And I think I remember this. I remember touring this. The name sounds familiar, but I believe I remember touring this as well. We'll see if it's the same map, but it should be pretty quick. It's a pretty cool little map, to be honest. Starting off, you have quite a bit of stuff. You have this piece of land over here, these 2 fields, I guess I should say. This chunk right here, which includes that pond. Then you own these 2 fields right here, which looks like they got barley on it. You got another field up here, this field, this little forestry area here, and this field right there. So quite a few little plots of land here. We do have Walter staying on our farm there. We have a farmhouse. We have I guess we have a dirt bike as well, but we have a garage with silo. We also have a pigsty and a water refill point, which is awesome. So quite a few things going on the farm. So what we'll do, we'll take a look around. We might take the dirt bike out. We'll kind of drive up here, go take a look at the sawmill, I believe, which is up here. I'm assuming that's Noah. Yep. And we'll head back down here, maybe come up over here. I don't know. We got lots of places to go. We'll probably drive this whole map just because it's not too big. If we come down here, we do start off with a pigsty, as I kind of mentioned there. There are contracts in the fields we do not own. Available on the map, we have a blueberry processing point, as mentioned, so you can make blueberry jam from blueberries and sugar. You can also make blueberry juice from blueberries and sugar, and of course, you can make grape juice here as well, I suppose. We have the dairy here, which they did say that there's some new stuff in here. We have blueberry milk, which is kind of fun. And it was the bakery that had the other one. It was another one. It was blueberry. What was it? I'm looking over at my description here. There's a new product, cream cakes. Yeah, we'll get over to the bakery. Here we go. Blueberry cake flour, and cream cake. So there you go. Got a lot of kind of new stuff you can work on here. Then we have the carpentry points. We have the spinner, old mill there, which looks like it's an olive and grain mill, or not an olive and grain mill, an oil and grain mill, which is kind of nice. Then we have finally the sawmill there. And we own nothing on here in terms of productions either. Equipment that we have the Aprilla, as I kind of showed off earlier and unintentionally. We have a farm tech trailer. We have a Gorank, a little weed puller there. We have a horse cultivator, which hooks up to this horse seeder here, allowing you to kind of direct drill those products. You can see alfalfa is going to be planted here with this regular seeder here, just a regular seeder in general. We have a liquid fertilizer and herbicide spreader. We have ourselves a nice little log trailer there. That's a log trailer, right? Yes, it's a log trailer. Okay. A little cultivator there, Massey Ferguson small baler, Massey Ferguson harvester, header trailer. Then we have ourselves a small plow. We have a 10-winkle weight, a Zeter Crystal HD 170 tractor. We have also a Zeter Proxima HS80, and that is all of our equipment. So everything you can imagine just kind of starting off here, and there's AI walking around. Oof, how long have you been staring at me? Oh boy, all right. So let the trucks go by here and we'll cross the road. We're just across on the map, you can see. Starting out, you start right here, pointed towards your kind of starting farm area. So, yeah. Oops, I don't need my flashlight. Let me get hold of the right controls here. All right. Yeah, I can't read, can't handle the controls. It's the first video of the day I'm making, so it kind of checks out, I suppose. But yes, nice farmyard, a little storage area over here. And again, you should be able to delete pretty much everything on the farm since you can resell it. So I'm assuming, yeah, you can. Oh, sellable, right? Yeah, sell, 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 and sell. Yeah, you can sell pretty much everything on the farm here, which is nice. Some more storage there. And this goes out to kind of, we got a little water point here with our little kind of pond in the backyard here, in the back of our area. Farmyard, however you want to say it. Again, words are hard. It's too early in the morning for this. Over here we have our way to put pigs in our sty. We have a 70 pig sty. Can we open this up? There we go. You can see you can feed them in there as well. And this looks like it's a drive-through too. Perfect. And then we of course have some more storage over there. But we got Walter hanging out by our sleep trigger and our wardrobe trigger. We went around that way the first time. This is also a silo here. This facility, so you can dump grain in there, and then the side that we were coming out, you can get grain out if you'd like to do that. And then over here we have another nice little storage. Got some more of our equipment stored in there. This is going to be your liquid manure point here. And then finally we have this little shed in the back, which is the only thing we haven't taken a look inside of yet, which has got one of our tractors. So there we go. Let's get over to, we also have our harvester, which is parked over here by this field, because this field's ready to harvest. And we also have a tractor over there, which that's just, we'll tab over to it. Yeah, so they're over there by there with ready with the trailer over there. Words are hard again, I told you. Okay, and we got this little motorbike, which, you know what? We'll see how my motorbiking skills are. They're not probably good, but they hopefully are good enough that we can exist on this map tour together. So I think we'll take a left here, stop by the vehicle shop, head up over here to take a look at Noah and what his operations got going on up there. So let's do that. Get it zoomed out so you can enjoy the map. It's a nice, small, little, tidy, highly detailed map. Honestly, it's quite nice. I really actually like this map quite a bit. It's beautiful. There's a nice little vehicle shop there for us to use. Yeah, that's nice. Doesn't take you too long to get. Oh my gosh, we about died. Of course, they didn't see me because I was on a motorcycle. If you guys ride motorcycles out there, I pay attention for you. I know people don't. I'm a cop, so I know people don't pay attention to you guys as much as you deserve. So, yeah, anyhow. Terrible. Okay, so right over here, we got ourselves our sawmill sell point, wood chip sell point. There we go. And we have the sawmill over there, and then, of course, Noah here as well. And he's got a nice little operation, so... a lot of equipment and things going on. Noah, you got a good little setup here. Here's our sawmill building. And we're going to just loop back out and around here. Have a good one, Noah. Take it easy. All right. Out we go this way. Gonna have to hit any trees. That's the one good thing about me driving this thing, is it's got a much smaller area of space where I can hit things, so it's harder for me to hit things. Definitely doesn't mean it's impossible. I find a way for sure. Okay, so what we're going to do now, take a look at the map here. You can see compared to like a standard map that this is much smaller. Up at the top over here, what do we got going on? We got the old mill. We'll pass over that with a flyover, or maybe we'll come back around to it, but we're going to keep going straight here. We're going to go past this area here, and then we're going to just kind of go past David's there, and sell point at the neighbors. Yeah, I wouldn't go to that sell point if you can avoid it. But then we'll head across over here, and then we'll take a look at like the warehouse, and probably, yep, there's Ben there. Looks like we've got a BGA here, which if we buy that, oh, we don't have enough money. I'm assuming if we buy that, we are going to then have access to the BGA. So let's make sure real quick. If I buy that, 442. And I'm assuming we immediately have access to, yes, the BGA there, which looks like a pretty standard BGA. So, okay, let's keep rocking and rolling. We'll head past the starting farm here and all that sort of stuff. And there's a construction area there. I'm wondering... Yep, there you go. So if you buy that chunk of land, you now have access to that construction project that they have going on right there, which is kind of cool. So I like that some modders are kind of incorporating that into the maps. I think that's quite cool. And you can also sell it off, of course, if you want to get rid of it. Here's David's house in the sell point of the neighbors, or whatever it's called. All right, we'll head across here. Just on the left here, we should have the warehouse point. We have a warehouse over there. Let's see. Well, we have more than that. We have the milk sales point. We have the local farmers market sell point, lime station, and the warehouse. So you got everything happening in here. Nice place. There's the lime station there. We got a lot of stuff going on up in there. There's a lot of people out and about too, and a lot of traffic. It makes it feel like there's definitely some happenings here. But just on our left, we have Ben. Ben's also by the local bakery there, and then there's a manure buy point, a liquid manure buy point in there. So there's Ben standing right there staring at us as we go by. Perfect. Good job, Ben. Keep up the good work, my friend. We need to go this way. Oof. There we go. And here on the right-hand side, we have ourselves the BGA, which also has a couple of electric charging, well, it has a electric charging point and a refueling point there as well. So, yeah, we're going to head up here. We'll take this little loop, and then maybe at the end of this loop, we'll come out this way and work our way back over to the old mill there. So, yeah, that'll probably be what we'll do. Then we'll end out with a flyover. Yep, there's the BGA right there. A little expensive to get into, but you'll make that money back no problem if you buy that BGA. BGAs are definitely worth the money. Most of the time, at least, I think. All right, off to the right, just right here, this little yellow building, or big yellow building, is our dairy. Perfect. Fantastic. And how do you get... So, a new greenhouse with blueberry productions can be processed, there's new... So, I don't think it's on the map necessarily, but I'm betting it's going to be... Go to greenhouses here. Yep, there we go. So we have a right there, beautiful little blueberry greenhouse mod right there, and it just takes water to make blueberries. So if you wanted to do that, but yeah, all right, we'll keep rocking and rolling here. Zoom around here. I like all the storks and the stork nests. I think those are fantastic. All right, then right here on the left-hand side, got another little facility here. This is the blueberry processing point. So if you want to do some blueberry work, that is where you're going to take them to process them. And up ahead here, just off to the left where that guy's walking through the yard, we have the local spinner production point there. And then if we just go, we're just going to go around the corner. We're going to take this right. And then down in that little driveway, we're going to have the wood cells point, wood chip cells point, and the Forester's Lodge. So a couple different kind of wood cell points as well through here. You can see there's a field back here as well. Nice grass field if you wanted to do some work back here. And a nice little river as well. Actually, it's quite nice. But yeah, there's the area where you have the wood cell points up in there. It looks like there's some greenhouses there. I'm assuming if you buy that land, yep, you're going to get access to some greenhouses. Are they the blueberry ones? They are, it looks like. Let's take a look at that just to confirm. Yep, all four of them are blueberry greenhouses. That's one blueberry, or one water to one blueberry. So pretty straightforward little conversion there. And then here we have another water point, so you can get water here. I don't know if you go deep enough in the rest of the water, bodies of water, you're able to get it yourself. I'm assuming those water points are just there to make it easier. So you can get it a little bit easier if you just try to get some water. That would be my assumption there. We're going to go across here. This is going to take us out into the area where the grain mill is, or the old windmill. But I think that's the grain. Yep, here it is right here. This is the grain and oil mill kind of combination out here, which is quite nice. But yeah, and our farm, just down that way. So take a look at the map. Just as the crow flies right across there, or the stork flies, I guess, or the, what is it, the stork? What did they add? I can't remember what they added. What bird was it they added? I don't know. I don't remember. They added it in the premium FS22 expansion, so I can't remember. But yes, let's go ahead and hop into flight mode and take a look around the map here. So again, you can see that there's nothing around the outside, nothing around the borders, and it's actually kind of well done, because if you're inside the map, you really don't know that there's an outside map, especially with, like, you know, you can see down that way a little bit, but, you know, it just kind of looks like it goes on for a while, so you don't really see a whole lot. Over here we got the sawmill with some forestry around it. Lots of forestry stuff going on there. Got plenty of fields out here. You got our starting farm right over there. We'll get to that in a second. There's the vehicle shop. Our starting farm. And again, we got lots of fields and stuff around. You can see our harvesters out there. We own that field and this field there. If we go out this way, we got a couple more sell points and what have you. River goes along this way. Looks like there's another kind of farmyard out here. Oh, we didn't even go out here. Totally missed this. Where the animal dealer is. We got the water refill point, or another water refill point. We got the animal dealer sell point. We have Katie, and we have the animal dealer as well. So all of that stuff over here. Sorry, Katie, totally forgot about you. You'll just take this road, it looks like, up over there, and then across. How do you get up here? How do you get over to Katie's place? Yeah, there's no road around that side, so you have to come across that way and then up over if you wanted to take a road. So a little bit of an inconvenient location, but it's a nice little spot for it out there. But yes, we got the warehouse, the farmer's market, lime station, all that good stuff right there. And out here we have the BGA, and this is kind of the little industrial district out here where we got stuff going on. And I'm assuming this area that's kind of open, can you buy that? Yeah, you can buy this area too. It's not really a field, technically speaking, that area. But you could buy that, maybe put some blueberry warehouses or blueberry whatever's down instead of using those ones and just put them right over. I don't know, or put more factories. Whatever you kind of want to do, but it's quite nice. But yeah, that's the map. It's pretty straightforward. And that is my map tour. If you guys enjoyed, please drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel and turn your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.